He was really, really, really good. Not just the scoring, but the trust of being double teamed and trusting Q and the other guys that were on the floor that they were going to make the right play. Uh, it's it's like he picked up right where he left off of just the trust. He made some shots tonight. I thought he was good defensively. Came up with some steals right off the bat there again. Um, we got to be better there in that fourth. That defense, we were just trading baskets. Um, but with the back-to-back, we put ourselves in a position to win on the road against a team that's playing extremely well. They've won four in a row here at home, and this is a big win, especially with we can call it shorthanded. We've had a couple teams here of late, of just different groups playing at a high level, and now we got to figure out once we get whole how to become one team.
Obviously, a pivotal moment there, 43 seconds left. Spencer's called for the offensive foul. You guys challenge it, it's reversed. He gets two free throws and pretty much sealed the game from there. Just what you see in that moment that kind of led to the challenge.
Yeah, I thought the challenge, if and we're listening to the players, and so the player, Spencer being Spencer, is that he felt that he was grabbed first. So while if it's going to be a close call, let's take the challenge. Also gives us a chance to figure out who we want in defensively if it's their ball. And so there's a lot of different moving parts in that play. But to come up with the two free throws for Spence to step up and make them was huge.
How much did the time off help Luka? You know he was dealing with leg issues before then and then the wrist, but how much did he need that time off?
Yeah, I think just to be able to, one, he being hurt, it's never fun. He wants to play. He wants to help the team win. I think coming back healthy with the wrist and being able to play the way he did, he's done everything as we've talked about leading up to this. He's played the 5-on-5, and so being shorthanded was a perfect time for him to play with Kai and those guys being out. And so, again, big road win for us, especially with the way the schedule set up for us right now. We played here, and now we go home for one, and then we go as far as you can east. So this is huge. And again, everybody stepped. Spencer's been one of the hottest players for us. But I thought Q stepping up to make some free throws after his free throw performance last night, and just the trust again, giving up the ball to guys and knowing that they're going to step up and make plays.
Season high for QG on score and steal. How important is he for current lineup, especially on closing up the game defensively?
Yeah, I thought Q has played extremely well starting for us, and once we get whole, he'll go back to coming off the bench. But that just shows the depth of that. Being a pro, Q starting or coming off the bench, he's willing to play that role at a high level for us, and we need that. If we want to win games, and the ultimate goal is to win a championship.
Talked earlier about staying on an even keel, but
Yeah.
you're on a pretty nice roll. How do you stay on that keel and without kind of start feeling good about what this team is doing right now?
Yeah, it's interesting when you talk about some guys are out, gives others opportunity. I thought Hardy, maybe didn't play his best in that first half, but he got us off to a great start in that second half. And just we got to figure out as a team once we are whole, the minutes are going to come down, and can we play those minutes as hard as we can and put ourselves in position to win games. And that's just chemistry, and it takes time. But our depth has helped us with some injuries and sickness. And so again, we missed Marshall, we missed Eli tonight. But for these in Clay and for these guys to step up in their place, that just shows the depth and also how good this team can be.
So that's the next step, obviously. Right?
Yeah, that is the next step. That's just becoming one. We have multiple teams right now, and the goal is at the right time to become that one team. And we understand what time of the year that is.
What was your view of the
Oh,
play?
I gotta go. Luka's here.
I'll ask you tomorrow or 2 days. Luka, just how did it feel after being out so long and coming back and having a game like this, especially in that second quarter where you made every shot?
Oh, just happy, man. It's what I love to do. I was just happy to be out there playing with joy. Obviously happy that we got a win. Felt like they were hitting every shot, but we got it in the end. Just really happy to be back.
Was there anything you noticed while you were out that you figured that you could take advantage of when you come back and join the group while everybody's kind of clicking on all cylinders?
Yeah, I mean, I obviously think the pace was great. They were playing amazing, so just trying to adapt to that. But I mean, they were playing amazing. You know, they beat some tough teams, and I was just happy to sit and watch and enjoy.
As you sit and watched and enjoyed, was there anybody in particular on your team that surprised you?
Not surprised, but I mean, from everybody that stepped on the court, was playing with pace, playing with energy, playing good, and having fun. And that's what we're playing team basketball, and that's what wins championships.
You liking what you're seeing from this team? I mean, there's a lot of different guys that stepped up while you were out, and now when some other guys are out.
We're just gonna talk about this game, or is it?
I'm sorry.
Nothing. Yeah, I mean everybody. You see, PJ hit a big shot today. Q had 28 points. Like, say everybody step. Spencer played amazing. And we just have a deep team.
Luka, how's the rest?
It's okay. A little sore now. It's obviously not 100%. But I was just happy to able to go today.
Luka, I don't know if you hear the noise when the people in home court to know that you're coming up to play. Like a lot of people in this home court is supporting you, and also that you went to China this summer and then have a tour. How is that kind of support from the fans, helping you?
It's not just helping me in the game, but it's just actually what you play for. Play for the love from the fans. Always trying to sign autographs. But that's what you play for. It's just love all around, and I'm really glad and warms my heart that that's happening.
You were having been out 4 or 5 games. Did that help with some other things? Did you feel better? I mean, the leg and all that stuff. Does all that help when you get a little bit of rest like that?
Definitely. Just a little bit of rest. Kind of a little tired. Last couple of games that I played, but that shouldn't be an excuse. But obviously, I feel way better now. I think my pace has been great this game. I just got to keep it going.
How pivotal was that moment with 43 seconds left when Spencer's called for the offensive foul? Jason challenges it. You and Spencer go to the ref. You're adamant that it was an offensive foul or defensive foul. How pivotal was that moment for this win?
I mean, big. We got 2 free throws out of that. But at this point, you can't. Devin, they say, somebody else pushed like 3 times in a row. They didn't call it. It's okay if you're not gonna call it. Don't call it. 40 seconds to go. Let the players decide the game. That was a great challenge, Jason.
All right, guys, we'll have.
Spencer, 14 points in the fourth quarter. You made 2 3-pointers in the beginning of the fourth quarter. What's your mindset when you're making those shots?
I mean, really, mostly just step up and take them with confidence. I mean, the second one, second one's a little different. That one, I hit a couple shots, so I just shot it. But I mean, if you look at how I played in my career, like I've done stuff like that. So, I mean, I thought it was a good shot at the time.
You're not the type to really complain to the referees, but you're really passionate on
Yeah.
the challenge. I guess what did you see in that? What would you feel in that moment to know that you were grabbed, and then how pivotal was it?
Oh, I knew he was grabbing me the same way I knew he was pushing off on the other side. So basically, what you try to do is establish a dialogue. So you see something, you go over, you try to be respectful, establish a dialogue. So I kind of been telling him, like, hey, look, grab my arm, whatever, and he's pushing off, like, grab my arm, pushing off. And so, it's a situation where, you try to pick up full court and immediately again went to grab my arm. And this time, really, I was just in the mode of trying to run out the clock and then get a ball to Luka, of course. Like, that's what we were doing in that situation. But because he was holding me, like, I just made it very obvious, like, yo, bro, like, get his hand off me. Like, I'm not even trying to make a basketball move right now for, like I'm just walking the ball up the court to give the ball to Luka. Like, not even doing anything. So holding my arm for no reason doesn't make any sense, So that was it.
Kind of an important challenge, though.
Oh, hugely important. I guess I understand why the ref may have thought that it was a push off, even though I don't. But it's bang bang, I guess. But thankful for bFb-Kidd trusting me in that situation, and obviously, yeah, it was big. Step to the line, knock it down, extend the lead, put them in a different type of situation than only being down one. And yeah, just kind of loosen up the game a little bit. But to me, it was obvious.
What do you think about the way this team is going right now? You're putting together a lot of wins and with different players in and out of the lineup.
Yeah. I think it's great to be able to showcase versatility. I think it's great to get a lot of guys early season reps and, be able to build their confidence and understand all that. And then it's just going to be, when we get full strength, kind of choosing that core group that's going to rock and then hoping they carry us as far as they need to go. And then everybody else that needs to be ready on back-to-backs and with injuries and, all that other stuff, we just got to be ready when that time comes.
A couple of days ago, you said it wasn't on Luka to kind of fit into what you were all doing. Y'all had to fit around him.
Yeah.
How did that play out for you guys today?
Oh, outside them shooting 60% from three. I think it went well. If they have a relatively normal shooting night, we win that going away. And if Simons doesn't go big in the third, and credit to him because he's a phenomenal player, doesn't go big in the third, we win that going away. And anytime you have the MVP or a MVP caliber player, because there's only really in any given season, let's call it 5 of them, right? So let's say top 5 in the world. Then you let him be the MVP, and then we figure the rest out. And that's our duty and our job as pros to figure it out.
Obviously been his teammate before, but when he's having a second quarter like he did tonight, is it kind of hard or easy to just sit there and watch, or is it just, how's that experience for you?
It's funny. It's his greatness doesn't surprise me at all. I think what I'm more so thinking in those situations is just watching from the standpoint of reading his body language. Like, you can kind of tell when L's like, all right. Like, I hit a couple, but I'm kind of tired. Like, somebody else do something, or like, I want to get to this action or that action. Then you can tell when he's got a different type of look where it's like, I hit a couple and I'm about to run off like 15 more. And so when he has that look, you're just like, we all spectate at that point, because ain't nothing nobody on this planet gonna do. But so I think that's more so what I'm watching. Not watching as a fan, but watching as like, okay, like, let me know what you need. And if he's got that fire in his eye, then yeah, I'm spectating for sure.
So he's just L now. He's not LD.
LD. I know. bFb-Kidd called him a little donkey. So y'all can write that down.
Season high 28 points tonight. Just how are you feeling about your performance through the first 21 games of the season now, compared to some of the early starts in your career where you were producing like in New York?
Yeah, just with experience, 4-3 in the NBA, I kind of know exactly like my routine and stuff, like going into practice, game, shoot around, stuff like that. So just coming into this with a really good mindset, just knowing what the team needed from me coming into a whole new situation. And I feel like I'm in a really good groove right now whenever it's kind of somebody's been going down, just stepping up, filling that role, even just collectively as a team, just coming in, just coming together, and just I'm benefiting a lot from it. But it's definitely a team thing for sure.
You guys played really good without him, but had to be nice to have the 77 back out there.
Oh yeah, he got going what was on the second quarter, and you just watching him as he's doing what he does, so it makes it easy for us to just go out there, do our job on the defensive end. He can go out there and just score one of the best scores we have in the league, if not the best. So it's just fun watching him being back and getting back to his old self for sure.
What do you think of the plays, the challenge, when Spencer got called for the offensive foul?
Yeah.
They reversed it.
I think it's a great thing that the NBA kind of implemented that whenever, like, whoever initiated contact first, or if it's a travel call, that you can go back and look at and see if somebody did make contact first and then he did. So it's a good job by Spencer to tell him a challenge, because he would know better than anybody. So we finally won one. I think he was like, 2 for like something on challenges on the year. So finally got one. We needed it.
How important is that, though? Because players always feel like they can win a challenge, but to be honest with the coach and yourself, that hey, this one really, we gotta challenge this.
Yeah, no, it's big though. Even just that J-Kidd, he trusts us. Kind of anytime we feel like that we should challenge, he kind of looks over at the bench real quick, and if we feel like that we're honest about it, he doesn't even look at him and just goes to the ref and challenges it. So it's like a big, you know what I mean, kudos to J-Kidd for just really trusting us as much as he does for sure.
Obviously, you're not just known for your shot, but also your defense. How were you able to come up with a career high 5 steals?
Yeah, just being active, you know what I mean? They're a young team, like to push the pace, but also they kind of turn the ball over in certain instances. So just trying to speed them up, just trying to shoot the gap and just poke at the ball defensively in the post and stuff like that. So just being active at all times because we want to get on the break and get easy buckets as well. So that starts to break, just pushing it and getting lobs to gap or transition three. So just trying to be as active as I can so we can get out in the fast break.
How difficult was Simons to guard in that third quarter?
Oh, he's tough, man. He made some threes that I think 2-3 guys was even on him. So, but he's one of the best scorers in this league for a reason. So you got to tip his hat to him. You know, what I mean, try to make it as tough as possible. Thank God he fouled out in that fourth quarter. So once he did that, we kind of took a breath real quick. But he definitely caught fire early for sure.
Portland was pretty aggressive, doubling Luka as the game went on. Just this team seems to have a lot of options where their guys are out to be able to break that. Just what did you think about how the team executed in those 4-on-3 situations?
Yeah, it was great. You know, what I mean, every team in the league is probably gonna double him at some point in the game. So just being ready to be at that short roll post area or just trying to whoever can get it, me, Hardy, Spence, PJ to get in there and make a play, kick it out, or just go all the way to the rim. So we have really anybody in this team can get it. Just go out there and make a play for themselves or the teammates.
Yeah, and it seemed like sometimes whether he's screening and like double drag or just working off the elbow, that gives you guys some different options, kind of move him around. Just how like valuable is it to have a superstar that can be moved around like in the half court against those coverages?
Oh, it's great. You know, I mean, he's one of the best passers as well too. So you know, I mean, if we come out there, usually the one who's setting the screen is probably gonna get the open shot. So set a good screen on him, get the switch, and just be ready to knock the shot down. When that was either Spencer or me. So I feel like we have a good collective idea of what we should be doing whenever situations like that when they're doubling Luka all the time.
What's the mindset going into the last NBA Cup game on Tuesday?
Oh, gotta get it. We gotta get it. You know what I mean? We kind of did a good job getting the point differential up pretty high. But we gotta go into this game, you know what I mean, with a completely different mindset. Don't worry about this week. We had a good week. We'll come in and try to just keep that flow of what we've been doing, keep building off it. But it's 500 counter line, so we want that real bad for sure.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you. Appreciate y'all.